Hey there Nocturnes! Welcome back to English Me dito sa Nocturnal Sage, a guide for those left in the dark. Ako nga pala ulit si Kuya N, ang inyong class president. Noong nakaraang meeting with Sir Jeremy, diniscuss niya yung speech acts. Yung locution, elocution, and perlocution. So naalala natin na ang locution yun yung literal na sinasabi, yung elocution kung bakit, tapos yung perlocution kung ano yung sagot na makukuha natin sa ating mga listener. At naalala natin na para maging effective, dapat aligned yung tatlo. Kung ano yung sinabi natin, bakit natin sinabi yon, at yung makukuha nating sagot, tugma. Ngayong gabi naman, pag-uusapan natin kung paano natin masisigurong effective yung ating mga response sa mga sinasabi sa atin ng iba. Pag-aaralan natin today ang communicative strategies. So samahan nyo na ako para malaman natin kung ano yung mga yun. Oh English me, oh English me, gusto kong matuto ng Ingles pero hindi alam kung paano.
Good evening, class. Last time we talked about speech acts, and to complete our lesson in that, it's time that we understand what are the different ways we can use to respond to them effectively. After exploring the different levels of the communicative situation, aside from the speech acts, we have the speech context and style. Our study won't be complete if we do not know the strategies for using our capacity to respond. Now, there are 7 strategies for this lesson, and the first one is what we call nomination. When we say nomination, it's the act of opening new topics. It's how you open a certain subject. Like, for example, have you heard of what happened last night in the teacher's lounge? If let's say, if you want to initiate a gossip about your teachers, then you might nominate the topic using a question and other similar questions. Such as, have you heard of what happened last night in this village? So that's nomination. Aside from opening topics, we have what we call restriction. Restriction is simply establishing the set of rules on how to express oneself in a particular discussion. Let's say you're discussing the problems encountered by certain people. For instance, 2 people, let's say, are in conflict with each other. One got offended, the other is simply trying to understand what he or she may have done or said that upset the other party. And let's say you're the mediator. If you're the mediator, maybe you tell your companions to speak for, let's say, 3 minutes only, maximum. And after that, the other person has to be given the chance to talk uninterruptedly. So it can ensure that the conversation will go smoothly and no one will feel that they got set aside. So that's to ensure that everyone will be able to get listened to. Now, aside from restriction, we have what we call turn taking. So in connection to restriction, turn taking is ensuring that people have the equal chance to talk. Restriction doesn't necessarily have to do with turn taking, because restriction also considers other factors such as which channel you're allowed to use. For instance, if you're having an online meeting, maybe you would tell your companions to switch their videos on only if they're the one speaking, so that the bandwidth can be controlled and properly allocated and prevent disconnection. But for turn taking, it's strictly to make sure that everyone has the equal opportunity to express themselves. If someone, let's say, gets cut off, at least a rule on turn taking can help the person recover from that. You can help people recover from any communication breakdown that can occur as a result of getting cut off. And actually, it's to lessen, or if not lessen, eliminate the tendency of people to cut each other off. But instead, let the other person finish first. Okay? That's why it helps if there's a time limit per speaker. Aside from turn taking, we have topic control. Have you ever had those moments when a person suddenly introduces a new topic and then you have no clue as to what you're really talking about in that discussion? Now, topic control is to make sure that you don't go beyond what you're supposed to be talking about. You stick to the agenda. What are you there for? And that way, you won't be wasting each other's time. And also, it's to help people develop the topic at hand. You set a particular rule on elaborating ideas that they should be related to the main topic. Let's say if your topic is on religion, then maybe the other people in the group can share about their religious views and nothing more. Topic shifting is the gradual shift from one topic to another. This happens when interlocutors are ready to discuss another topic. The moderator then of a discussion should help the party move from one topic of interest to another. And that way, people will be on the same page, they will be aware of what they should be talking about next, and when they should be ready to abandon temporarily a certain topic. Now, since it's a strategy, of course, you do not want as simple as change topic. If you want to dismiss a certain topic and you know that it's not part of your priority, you may say something like, okay, we'll go back to this aspect on religion, but for now, let's move on to this topic, let's say on age. We'll revisit that concern later when we finish this topic or agenda. So that's topic shifting, proper topic shifting, not you simply change topic and then people get surprised. You will also sound avoidant if you always say change topic all the time. Every time you want to shift to another topic just because you're uncomfortable discussing a particular subject. It's not advisable. You just have to strategize. How are you going to make your companions shift their attention to another topic? Maybe you can share an anecdote so that their attention will be redirected to your story and then the new topic you're about to nominate. So that's topic shifting. Repair is when something happens in the group that makes understanding hard to attain. Let's say you mispronounce a word or you misquoted someone, let's say a statement of yours gets taken out of context. You dropped a certain word and then some people understand it differently than what you expect them to, and you explain yourself that this is what you really mean, then that's repair. Termination is when it's time to say goodbye. Usually, if you enjoy a conversation, it's hard to literally end the conversation when you know you really have other responsibilities to tend to. Termination is a strategy that will help you end the conversation gracefully without sounding like you really want it to end right now. You may say something like goodbye or nice talking with you, I enjoyed the discussion, and I'm looking forward to hearing more of what you have to say on our next, let's say, meeting day. Then goodbye. So these are the 7 communicative strategies you can use to make yourself effective in your conversations. Even if you're not the moderator per se, even if you're just a member, you're not the one who opened the conversation group, then as a member of the conversation, as an interlocutor, you have the power to influence the direction of your conversation. Continue surviving in the dark as we discuss another aspect of communication.
Oh English me, oh English me, gusto kong matuto ng Ingles pero hindi alam kung paano. Sino ang magtuturo? Gusto kong matuto na talaga. Oh English me. To bait fish withal, it will feed nothing else. It will feed my revenge. He had disgraced me and hindered me 500,000, laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scored my nation, thwarted my bargains, called my friends, hated my enemies, and what's his reason? I am a Jew. Kung nagustuhan ninyo ang episode na ito, pakilike lang dyan sa baba. Tapos kung may questions kayo or suggestions, Mag-comment na lang din kayo. I-share nyo naman ang video na to. Mas maganda nga yung buong playlist eh. Sa mga kakilala nyo nagte-take ngayon ng oral ko, alam nyo naman kanya-kanya na diskarte sa paghahanap ng reliable reference materials. At kasama na dyan ang nocturnal sage sa reliable kung naniniwala kayong reliable ito. Kung gusto nyo ng safe space kung saan makakapag-open up kayo ng mga topics na hindi nyo basta-basta nauungkat with family and friends, mag-join na lang kayo ng Nocturne Space, yung link nasa baba. Baka doon may ma-meet pa kayong kapares nyo pala mag-isip. At higit sa lahat, mag-subscribe at i-tap nyo yung notification bell para hindi kayo mahuli sa anumang updates namin. New episodes every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Salamat sa panonood. Ako muli si Kuya N. Kita-kits sa susunod na episode ng English Me dito sa Nocturnal Sage, a guide for those left in the dark.
Oh, English me.